Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm Dave, and I'm jonesing with
Man. Yeah. And tonight we are jonesing on Jim Beam Black, extra aged.
I'm super excited because I've actually never had that. Like, I've had Jim Beam multiple times, but I've never had the black, though, so I'm excited.
All right, so Dave, first of all, let me thank you for joining us, being a part of the Jones and Man family. Yeah. We've kind of been doing some pregame and kind of getting in the zone. We've done everything from tequilas to vodkas. Well, we kind of rounded it off with a little bit of bourbon to kind of get us in the family.
Yeah.
So this is Jim Beam Extra Aged Black.
Okay.
This Jim Beam was previously listed as 8-year.
Okay.
I think they took the age statement off, so I'm gonna say it's probably not fully 8 years.
Okay.
But it is aged fairly well, and the reason why I say that is, okay, do you know much about bourbon?
I don't know a whole lot. I'm not like well versed in it, so go ahead, school me.
Okay, so bourbon is a whiskey.
Yeah.
The difference with bourbon is there is an American standard that goes with what makes it a bourbon. Okay. So it's got to be aged in white oak barrels. Got to be a new barrel. It's got to be in America.
All right. So let me ask you this then. So is there a subset? Is that why you hear Kentucky bourbon and what's okay? Do you gonna get
right there? You say we got a little tea right there right now. So this is actually listed as Kentucky straight bourbon.
Okay.
So what people hear is, well, bourbon has to be 2 years. Well, technically not. Bourbon doesn't have to be 2 years old to be a bourbon. To be Kentucky straight, it has to be at least 2 years old.
Not with you.
So when you see extra aged, I think they got one that say triple aged.
Yeah.
All of that means that triple aged would be at least 6 years because it's 3 times older than the limit to be, or the minimum to be bourbon.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this is probably 5-6 years, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Maybe up to the 8-year mark.
Yeah.
Another cool thing about Jim Beam, Evan Williams, Jack Daniels, or Jack Daniels is mostly whiskey, but what you think of when you think of the pioneers of American whiskey and and bourbon and things of that sort. So you guys, if you can comment down below, tell me which one is the oldest. Is it Evan Williams? Is it Jim Beam? Or is it Jack Daniels? So I'll tell you off camera which one's the oldest. But yeah, there's a lot of rich history in Jim Beam. Like the story goes that, when Prohibition happened, they stopped alcohol sales legally. Yeah. And once, like the day after Prohibition ended, the Jim Beam family moved in, bought a piece of land in Kentucky, and they started producing Jim Beam bourbon. Even before that, a lot of the story was that the barrels were originally, had like fish barrels. This barrel had fish in it. Yeah. And what they would do is burn the barrel or char the barrel to get that fish smell out of it. Yeah. Then they put bourbon in it and then ship it. Yeah. While it was going across the water in a ship, it would age, soak up some of that good flavor that happened from charring the barrel. And it became that's why everybody wanted bourbon or that process for whiskey. Yeah. So get a little background, little stuff going on. That's kind of what Jones and Man does. Okay. The other thing that we do is we've got house rules. Okay. We pour a couple neat shots. Okay. We put a couple shots on the rocks. We kind of get a good smell of. We talk about what we like, what we don't like. We either call it a favorite, or we call it a flop. Okay. And then from you, I'd love to get maybe later on you can tell us a little tipsy tale.
I got you.
I
definitely have those.
And I think we all do have a couple. And then also, if you got any social media, anything that you're working on, feel free to share and open up. Okay. So let's get right to it. I'm gonna pull this out. Let me add. We do have. This was a gift set. Okay. This is a 750 milliliter bottle, which is a fifth. Okay. It was $26.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Now I think normally everywhere it's like 22, 23, somewhere in that neighborhood for the black. North Carolina started doing something weird, but I believe they kind of charge a little bit for the gift sets. Okay. And it used to not be that way, but you guys kind of tell me. We've got some really cool Jim Beam glasses.
Yeah.
So I'll show you those as we get ready to pour.
So the glasses and the shot glasses all came in the set though.
Not the shot glasses. The Jim Beam glasses and the bottle all came in the set for $26.95, $99, whatever.
Yeah.
$27. All right, so let's pour.
I'm gonna be honest. I have very high expectations for this. So if it's like not very good, I'm gonna be disappointed, man.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I don't have really high expectations for it. Jim Beam's entry level, but Jim Beam's old. They've been doing it.
That's my thing. If you have the experience and whatnot, you've been around, you've been in the game. How can you be in the game this long since the 20s? Really before that,
and not be great at it.
Not be pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I expect a little bit of. They need to be okay. So we'll see.
What I will say is that we tried the white, which was the entry level.
Yeah.
I think a fifth of the white label was like $16, $17.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
Yeah. What was it about it that you didn't like though? Like,
it was kind of harsh.
Okay.
It had the traditional bourbon flavor.
Yeah.
But it wasn't smooth.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we always compare bourbon to is blends.
Yeah.
Because that's like one of our favorites, and I think you had simple blends.
Yeah.
So when you compare the two, you kind of like, okay, look, this is night and day. Night and day.
Now I will say Jim Beam. All right, hold on, Jim Beam, in my experience, is not very smooth.
Not very smooth.
I mean, it is very whiskey forward. I mean, it is very bourbon forward. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And like it's there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So we'll see.
See what now when you smell it, I call that the bourbon scent. Because one of the things about bourbon is bourbon has to be higher concentrate or higher mixture in the mash of corn.
Okay.
So that sweet scent that you smell is the corn piece of it.
Yeah, but I want that to come through though. So my whole thing is I want.
Oh, you want to get that flavor when you taste it?
I want to get a little bit of that when I
smell it. It smells like bourbon. It smells like it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
so let's do what we do. Let's clink them and drink them. All right. I'm gonna pour some ice around. Let that burn. Cause I'm getting a little heat trickling down there.
Now I'm forming my opinion now.
Forming your opinion. So compare. We just had the white. You just had blends.
Yeah.
Do you think the black is better than the white neat?
No. I'll be honest. No, I'm not. I'm disappointed. I'll be honest. I'm not blown away. I was expecting it to be much smoother, much more refined, I guess. And for me, it just some of the other things that we tasted, like kind of off camera, it was just not as.
Well, let's not compare because this is nowhere near to me. The Buffalo Trace Distillery is among the best when it comes to distilling bourbon. So let's talk white versus the black.
No, I mean,
okay,
because I feel like for the value, even just for the value.
Yeah. So this was $10 more.
Yeah. No. Yeah. To me, it's not a $10 difference. If I'm getting the glasses and stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
But even then.
Yeah, I got glasses with the $17 one too. Yeah.
I don't know. My first offhand. Now I'll be interested to try it again.
Okay.
Maybe I need to give a second run, a second pass, whatever. But my first initial impressions, no, I was not blown away. I'm being honest.
So you got Jim Beam Black in here. Although I think I'm tipsy, or that black is kind of crooked right there on the glass. Look at mine.
No, it is.
It is okay.
It definitely is.
But it actually, I think the black is a little bit lighter than the white.
So you actually like it a little bit better.
I don't love it, but I like it a little bit better. I got it was a fresher, cleaner taste.
Yeah.
I actually got on the end a little bit of the oaky barrel age.
Now I did get that. Smoky.
I didn't get that in the white. The white was abrasive all the way through.
Yeah, that's a good word.
When we put ginger ale in there, it was good. Yeah. If you're gonna drink Jack and ginger, Jim Beam and ginger, if this is $3, $5 shot, or $5 drink, Man, I would take that.
Yeah.
I like so far. I think I like this better. I don't love it. I'm not throwing my Blanton's away for Jim Beam.
Yeah.
But at a third of the cost,
I feel what you're saying.
I'm looking to get drunk.
All right, value based. I feel what you're saying.
Okay.
My whole thing is, I would never drink in my normal everyday. I don't typically drink Jim on the rocks or neat.
Yeah.
I always have to put. It's always got to be a mixed drink.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe it's because I'm not mixing it with something that I can't get a really true
comparison for.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we'll see.
All right, so let's clink them and drink them.
All right, so much better chilled.
Much better chill.
For me, it's much better chilled.
It is still barrel aging, still kind of peppery.
Yeah.
Softer.
Yeah. It's
definitely softer.
It's much better. To me, this is where it shines.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be my go-to. I'm just gonna be honest. It wouldn't be my go-to. Yeah. But for value base, you know, I could get it every once in a while. But this is much better chilled. Like I would never drink it neat.
Okay. So chilled, would you rather spend the $10 to get this?
No, because I'll just get my Jim Beam White. And then get a Coke or something, and I'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. Yeah. Now, if I'm feeling like if it's a special occasion and I want to be cool or whatever, then maybe I will get it. But I just think, for me, I just think there's better options at that price point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, I'm. It's okay.
I'm not saying it's bad. I don't want to make it seem like it's bad.
It's not. It's not bad for the price point. It's bourbon. The price matches the taste to me.
I agree with that.
I would like if it was $22, I would definitely say the price matches.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Now, if I think about some of the other stuff we tried, $17.92 Richmont Reserve.
Yeah.
It's maybe $30, maybe $32.
Yeah.
A little bit higher,
yeah,
but a much better bourbon.
Yeah,
much better bourbon.
I agree with that.
Entry level, I would say it is not a favorite for me because bourbon's not my go-to.
Yeah,
and if I'm going to drink bourbon, I want a good bourbon, and I'd rather spend the money to get a good bourbon. So I would not choose this. If I was making some bourbon style drinks, I probably would choose the white.
Yeah.
Just because it saves money, and when you mix it all in, it probably make a decent old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I agree. So for me, I agree with you.
Okay.
A lot of your points. It is not my favorite.
Okay.
But I will say, when you drink Jim, you know what you're getting. If you enjoy Jim, you would definitely enjoy this.
Yeah.
It's not a crazy departure from what the Jim Beam
White
is.
Yeah.
Not a crazy departure. So if you enjoy Jim, this is not bad. I just think for me, I just would go another direction. You know, if it were me.
So we say favorite or flop. Would you favorite it or flop it?
Flop. I'm only saying flop by default because I think flop is strong.
Yeah.
I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah. I would say flop too because I probably would never buy it again.
Really, you would never ever buy it again.
I doubt I would. With the massive amounts of alcohol I have, and the ones that are out there, I probably would never feel a need to buy this again. When this bottle's gone, it'll be gone. I doubt I'll buy it again.
All right. I will say this: your collection is for the. I'm the common man. You know what I'm saying? Your collection is way more extensive than mine is. So for me, I would probably buy it again.
Okay.
I will probably buy it again.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna buy it again like it's my favorite drink. If that makes sense. I'm buying it again like, yo, I got $30. Let me get this because I know it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would get it again.
Okay.
It is a flop for me though.
Okay.
Let me be clear. But it is not. I don't think it's trash, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
If you're looking to try something different in your Jim Beam drinker, I think it's worth to try.
Absolutely. That's what we are.
But especially, I think I've seen it for like $22. And if you talk about the difference between 17 and 22, I would say I'd spend the extra couple of bucks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. But as for me personally, I'm going to flop it. It'll be interesting to I'm gonna say the bottle for Jones and let Jones try and see what he says.
Yeah.
I got a feeling I kind of know what he's gonna say, but I can cook with it, or I can drink it while I'm cooking, maybe. But
yeah.
I'm quite sure it's probably not gonna be a favorite for him either. But we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so a good. So we're definitely calling this a flop. Not that it's terrible. It's just for the price point. There's so many other things. At price point in North Carolina, $27, even with the 2 glasses, which is awesome. 22 is I feel better, but if it's 26, 27 all the time,
it's going.
I choose something else.
I agree. It's going head to head with too many superior products, in my opinion. It's a bad price point. It's not a terrible product. It's not. We're not drinking Aristocrat or whatever here. Or with any other bottom shelf drink. Yeah. It just, for that price point, I can get something a little bit better. I'd rather spend a couple more dollars, go over 30, get a little something better.
I'm going to say something. Oh, no, I'm not going to say that because it's very controversial.
Well, go ahead and say it.
I'm not going to say it. The comments would be horrible.
No, you can't do that to it.
I would say, I would probably, at $27, I would buy a Crown Royal Bourbon Mash.
Okay.
Over this.
Really?
Yeah. And I got that back there, so we can try that once this is over. I actually feel like I like the bourbon mash better than I like this.
All right, so
and Crown Royal is not bourbon.
Yeah,
they don't have it's Canadian. It's a whiskey. They don't have what it takes to be bourbon. So don't eat me up in the comments. But I'm just talking about flavor profile. I think I would like that better.
Now, you're not completely crazy, because I understand where you're coming from. But, in fairness, can we try like a half shot more to double check? Have you already tried this multiple times?
No, this is the first time. I just cracked it right there.
So let me try a little bit more, because I just want to make sure before I co-sign or not co-sign what you're saying.
All right. We'll do that. Hey, I never turn down a shot now. Well, I do turn down a shot sometimes. If this was scotch, I'd probably be like, okay, well, I'm gonna let you try another shot, but you join us, I'm gonna drink with you. So while we take a little whiff of this shot, I want to see if we can get a tips of tale from you. Okay. And before we do that, let's do social media. Any social media that you want to share?
So on IG, Fastlane Dave. So my whole thing in life really, that I think it's important, and I think you and I both come from small towns. So for me, I think it's really important to reach back, because a lot of times, a lot of people from small towns don't see outside of their current circumstances.
Yep.
So I think it's important to kind of reach back and to do that via social media. However, kids nowadays kind of socialize and whatnot. So Fastlane Dave, anything I have going on as far as trying to do that and trying to better people in where I come from and who look like me and even who don't look like me. I'm not. That's where you can find out what I have going on.
And that's on the gram.
Absolutely, absolutely. David Stancil on Facebook, so I will follow you back and do all those sorts of things. But again, it's just about sending positive messages, positive vibes, and try to reach back and help our community. Let's not be crabs in the barrel. Let's reach back and help somebody kind of make it.
For sure. I'll clink them and drink them today. All right, cool. You gotta get the tagline one time. We gotta hear it.
What? Clink it and drink them.
Clink them and drink them. All right, let's do it.
Absolutely. All right.
To me, On the Rocks is better.
On the Rocks is better.
On the Rocks is better.
On the Rocks is better. But I'm gonna be honest, that second time it was not as bad. I don't know if it's because I've had multiple shots now. Yeah. But it was.
We probably tried, and we didn't try shots of everything, but we tried sips.
Yeah.
Of quite a few things tonight. So as the night goes on, everything is gonna start tasting good.
Now that's true. It's still definitely a flop.
Still a flop. Okay.
Still definitely a flop.
Okay.
But I think I kind of see where they were going. I think I understand the direction.
This is definitely better than the white bad price point.
Yeah, if they can somehow bring that price point down, I'm with you.
Okay.
They would win me over if they could bring it down to, like you said, 22.
22. Yeah, I feel like I've seen it for 22.
If I can get it for 22, I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll spring for it.
All right. Would you choose 22? Would you choose? Well, Jack's really a whiskey. I'm trying to think of something else.
But for the novice, and I think, okay, so I'm gonna speak for the person that is not as well versed as you. All right. So for me, this does compete against Jack and different things outside of his class at that price point.
So let's just say going in the store and buy it. If this is 22, Jack is 18, somewhere in that neighborhood for a fifth. Would you choose this or would you choose Jack?
and I can mix it, right?
You can mix it.
I'm gonna choose Jack, but just because I know Jack and Ginger or Jack and Coke is tried and true.
Okay.
But they're very close.
Very close.
I would say they're very close.
Okay.
And I actually would pick. We talked about this kind of off camera. I'll actually pick Slow and Low or Rock and Ride over both of them.
Okay.
But again, they're very close. At $22, this would be a favorite for me.
Okay. All right.
But at 26 is a flop.
26 is a flop. Yeah. All right. What about a little tipsy tale? You got a tipsy tale for it?
So my freshman year in college. And this is in honor of my best friend. So his birthday is today. He's turning 30. Okay, so I didn't know him very well.
And your best friend was on here, EJ?
Yeah, EJ.
Shout out to EJ.
At EJ Photography, EJ McDuffie Photography on Instagram. He does great work. Check him out. He need to pay me for that drop. But anyway. So I didn't know him very well. And I was staying with another one of our really good friends. I was roommates with another one of our good friends in Cooper Hall at A&T. And right. And anyway, like we were just, you getting to know somebody, you kind of going above and beyond what you would normally do.
Oh yeah, you shot for shot. You bonded.
Yeah, you bonded. It was like, yo, I mean, I'm trying to see, we trying to, kind of.
You testing limits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, somehow the idea comes up that I should face a fifth of E&J. I have no idea where it came from, no idea why it happened or whatever. But anyway, I did it. I was dumb enough to do it. So I straight drugged this bottle of E&J. And at first, I got mad street cred off that. Though. I will say though, I left an imprint off of that, but I was hurt, man.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you left an imprint a couple other places, bringing that whole fifth in.
Bro,
we got to get EJ in for the rest of that story, because you don't even know the rest of that story.
Exactly. So EJ will probably tell you a whole nother version.
Yeah.
Like EJ will probably tell you he was tripping. After that, he was done.
You I had that, and then I went to sleep. No, we went downtown. We went to the mall. You went to the bar.
Somehow, so I was in the room when I did that. I know I was in the room. I was standing in my doorway. Yeah. Okay. Somehow, the last memory I have, I was coming back to my room from somewhere. I had no idea where. Yeah. I have no, my freshman year, I might have been walking to cook. I don't know. But anyway, I threw up right in front of my room. I was done. Next day, I didn't go to class. I didn't, nobody heard from me. It was a wrap. But I can say though, the best part of that story is I made a friend for life though.
Friend for life.
Me and Jeff been cool ever since.
Yeah, you know what
I'm saying? So
alcohol is great for bonding.
Absolutely.
You build great relationships.
Yeah.
And when a person has to save your life, because I'm sure that's what he did at that point.
He legit.
That you bond.
As far as I know, he took me to the hospital. I don't know what happened.
He could have took you, brought you back.
It was bad.
We got plenty of good nights with stories like that. Yeah, for sure. Slideshow nights, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we appreciate you being on with us.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm looking at my glass here. It says drink smart. So let me start telling folks to drink smart. Yeah. We haven't done that tonight, but that's okay. As always, it's been a fantastic episode. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at jonesandman.com. Comment. Remember, I give you a little challenge. I want you to tell me which one is the oldest. Yeah. This has been another episode of Jones and Man. And clink 'em and drink 'em. We'll catch you next time.
Hey, peace.